lazy to 99. I am a Batman fan, and I'm a Canadian man. I do top 10 lists, tonight ketchup chips.
Hey everybody, and welcome to another Lazy 99 review. Today we are going to look at the movie Thor, Tales of Asgard. This is a newer Marvel animated feature that they have put out, and so it's time to do a review. So the story of Thor, Tales of Asgard is basically about Thor in his younger years, when he and Loki and Sif were all younger, and it starts out with Thor starts to feel that he never has any real challenge because he keeps on fighting off these warriors of Asgard, but he finds out that they let him win every time. Every single time they let him win. And so he decides to go on this quest to find the Sword of Surtur. And it's a quest that he goes on with his brother and the Warriors 3. And they don't think that they're actually going to find it, but believe it or not, they do. They find the Sword of Surtur, and then they have to go back. But in the process, let's just say things don't go over with the Frost Giants.
Go, go, go! They come again! I said stay back!
So the Frost Giants are now after them while they're trying to get back home to Asgard. Now, this movie is probably the best out of the Marvel animated films. It's either this or Planet Hulk. But out of all of the Marvel animated features, this is probably the best. I mean, I haven't really thought it fully through yet, but it's really well done. The animation is really, you feel like you're in Asgard. The different worlds and it feels real mythical. You know, that's what Thor is. It's a myth. He's a mythological character. Now, the thing that I really like is, I really like Thor in here. Because, maybe it's because he's younger. And one of the things that always bothered me about Thor is how much can he really grow as a character. Because, he is the god of Asgard, and I will smite down thy foe with Mjolnir, and thou shalt beggeth at my feeteth. You know, and he's always been, right, but, here, the one thing that I really like with the animators and storytellers did with this story is they made these characters, they made them actual characters. The first thing that you kind of notice is they kind of either lowered the strength down of them, either that or all the other characters just are stronger, because some of the characters, like, sometimes you think, well, Thor should be able to handle that guy a lot easier. But maybe it's just he hasn't grown up yet, so he doesn't get his strength. That part's not explained as well. But I really like the guy who the voice acting throughout is good, and just a couple of things they did that I really like here. For example, Thor's character goes through a really good journey. He's cocky at the beginning, and then he gets determined to prove himself. by going out on a great adventure, and then when he gets what he's looking for, he becomes he becomes even more full of himself. But then he makes a mistake, and this is where I really start to enjoy the film. He's trying to get the Sword of Surtur out of Asgard. Out of Niflheim? Yeah, Niflheim is the Frost Giant's land. So
Okay, before anybody says anything, I made a mistake. I meant to say Jotunheim, not Niflheim. I don't know why I said Niflheim. Niflheim is something else, isn't it? Oh well. It's Jotunheim. My mistake.
He's trying to get it out, and he kills 2 Frost Giant sentries in the process. Because of this, he nearly starts up the war between the Asgardians and Frost Giants again. And I just like how all these... Because Thor then... He knows he's done something wrong, and then he's humbled, and he has to overcome his mistakes.
Thor, say nothing, Loki.
It was not your fault. Those beasts attacked us.
We were the trespassers, Loki. They were in the right, and now 2 frost giants have died by my hand.
And it feels like he actually does have to learn from his mistakes and overcome what he did and get over his pride. And just those sort of things just really make him feel like a real character to me. Now, Loki is also handled in a really good way too, because he isn't evil. There's no point. This is before. And Loki, I've never really liked that much. Honestly, I've never liked him that much. Because he's always been like to me my brother, he always gets all the credit, but now with my evil scheme I will do something trickery evilly, ha 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 ha. I guess I shouldn't say I never liked him. I liked him in the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. But for other stuff I found him, I just found like, oh, jeez, there's a guy who's jealous of his brother. But here, it's actually the other way. Not the other way, but he's not jealous of his brother. In fact, he encourages his brother. He kind of looks up to his brother.
Here, try this. Well, it's better than nothing.
Did you use a little,
No.
Like I did, growing up. You look up to your older brothers. But you also kind of get to see, not right away, but just slight signs of the path that he's going to end up on. But it's handled subtly and slowly and in a nice, clean way. This movie, it's the storytelling of it is really well done. There are some things that I don't know. I just find it a little odd. The first major complaint is how they find the Sword of Surtur. They're just walking through these mountains, looking. They look and look. And then Thor just sits down and he's like giving up. He's like, we'll never find it. Then Loki says, remember the story of how Surtur was defeated? Look, that's the mountain, and this is there. And that means the sword must go there. So you think, well, if it was just as simple as that, well, how come nobody else has ever found the sword? Or how come it was never picked up after the battle? Was nobody else watching? Did Odin just leave and say, meh, it'll be okay, Niflheim? But besides that, there aren't too many major problems with this film. There aren't really. That's the biggest one for me. The humor is great. The Warriors 3 I loved in this film more than in the live action because they're hilarious here. They just I don't know. I just find them very funny and very helpful to the story. Where the other film in the live action Thor film, I felt they were going to put it in there. Oops.
Does it ever matter?
I'm just gonna say it right here. This animated Thor film is better than the live-action film. It is. Okay? It is. I'm saying it's better. And it's not because I just think it was, and it's not because, you know, I gave the Thor movie, I changed the rating from a 5 to a 6.5. I was too hard on it originally. I think this film was its character's depth was better. Its motivations and what they had to learn and what they had to go through was better. You understood the characters' motivations and why they did what they did more. All of it seemed to fit so well. I really like this movie. And as I said, I am not a Thor fan. In fact, out of the Marvel Universe, I really do not care about Thor. I never play as him in Marvel Ultimate Alliance unless I have to. But anyway, this, I felt it's Thor as a character, but not just Thor.
How's it going, Pilgrim?
Well,
You talking
Chris,
about Thor or Cowboys and Aliens?
Thor.
Oh. I am Thor, hear me roar.
You really had to probably
I am
listen.
Thor,
Yeah.
God of Thunder. You listen
Then why
to
are you
me.
wearing a Green Lantern shirt?
Oh, I don't know.
You didn't see this movie, so you...
Going soon.
Alright, I'll get you your cord.
I don't need the cord.
Oh, you...
Take it off.
Oh, well, bye.
This has been another Chris's Moments.
Anywho, back to the story here. The animation is really well done. Every world is unique, and the just all of it is well textured. The thing that I guess I really like about this film that I didn't get in the live action Thor film is that this film feels mythical. Like the Thor film, when they're all like, when they're going to the Rainbow Bridge and they're gonna go to a different dimension, they get into this like laser dimension shooting cannon. This, when they go to another dimension, they sail on Viking ships through space. That's mythical. That's the magic mythical place. That's what I feel when I feel Asgard. I don't feel like you have to go through some science shooting cannon. I mean, this is what this is how Thor should have felt. It should have felt like it's a mythical place. Sure, there's things in here that they don't make sense, but it's magic. You don't have to explain it, I guess. But, you know, it's the Thor. It felt like it was a mythical kingdom in a mythical world where, and guess what? Earth is not in here. Not even once do you see Earth. Thank you. Okay, thank you. This is, and of course you don't need to see Earth. This is Thor in his younger years before he comes to Earth. But if you want to tell Thor's story, I guess you have to get Thor on Earth in the movies. But you want to see Asgard, you want to see Niflheim, you want to see all these other different places, right? And the Frost Giants. I want to talk about the Frost Giants. Always the Frost Giants to me felt as the guys that they're just the mean evil Frost Giants. Because they're evil. And ice. That's it. But in here, the king of the Frost Giants actually feels like he's an honorable king. Maybe a bit of a tyrant, but not one completely without honor. You know, and he has his rules and he has his limitations. He may be a bit of a brute, but he doesn't feel like he's a character that's completely without honor. But his son, however, the king's son, does feel like he's just a brute. So you think, well, maybe right now the Frost Giants aren't all evil, but as soon as this son becomes king, they're just going to become a land of brutes because they're going to follow his example. You know, and everything of it just ties up well. And the ending, okay, I don't want to spoil it for too much, but let's just say there's a certain character that turns evil, I didn't want to turn evil, but I knew he was because of how he looked. But even that, it's not badly handled. Even the big turn isn't badly handled. It's still handled really well. So, all in all, I really like this film. Okay, it's a really well animated film, and just a good film in general. So if you like Thor, get this. I think it's better than the Thor movie. If you like superhero stuff, you know, get this too. It's definitely a good. It's not a normal superhero fighting crime thing, but it's a mythical action tale. It's a fantasy movie. Basically, yeah. This is a nice fantasy animated film. So, all in all, I'm gonna give Thor: Tales of Asgard. I'm just thinking. Yeah. 7.5 out of 10. Yeah, it's that good. So, thanks for watching, guys. Remember, I'm LazyDude99, and if I don't like it, it's not worth it. See you around.
Be sure to check out more of my other videos on my channel, and wait for more coming soon.